Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks. Somebody's trying to do something that's similar to this and print it on something. So it makes it look like it's under the water and it got a little ripple effect. And I played around with it and they told me what they're using, but it just doesn't work for them. They're using an effect called the ripple effect. So we're going to take a 2-point line and kind of split that wordage in half, or less than half. We just want part of it out of the water. I'm going to take my smart fill tool and I'm going to fill these letters in. And then I'm going to take these and I'm actually going to go the other direction. And for the video, we can actually move this picture out of the way for a second. Now they're using the distort tool. I've never used it. Under effects and distort and ripple effect. And there's a lot of settings and that's pretty good. So then if you move this back to the wordage, one, it just doesn't match up, and two, that's part of the effect, and it's in a bitmap type effect. And I'm almost thinking there's probably a better way, you could change this. And, some of them don't need to match up, I guess, but the O looked kind of funny, and, you can change that. I'm almost thinking, and that's pretty cool, I'll admit, and there's a lot of settings on that. I'm almost thinking it would be better just to do it by hand. And with the, what we're going to do, we're going to take away the fill for a second. And let's grab it with the shape tool. And let's select them all and then right click and turn them into a curve. And, there's a bunch of effects you could do with this. I'm almost going to do it by hand. Just add some nodes and, give a little bit of ripple effect. And that way, see, you could change that. And I'm not saying this is the way they do it, but this is probably the way I would do it. And it, doesn't need to be going, I shouldn't say that because I don't know. Doesn't need to go the same direction, but I think it's important to keep your letters starting where they started. And I'm maybe going overboard on some of them just to kind of prove a point. But so let's call that good. And now we can actually take one thing I did do to make sense. I'm going to go and fill it in with red. I'm going to take away the outline. And while that's selected, I'm going to hold down the control button and I'm going to add just a little bit of darkness to it. But then I'm also going to go to the transparency tool and make it a little bit transparent. So it gives you could play around with that forever. Control G to group it and put it in your pond. That looks pretty good. I'll have to admit, I like it better. I like it better than the tool. And you could, now that it's in the picture, you could still play around with it. That's cool. Anyway, I hope that helped them a little bit. Thank you for watching.